Hi everyone, thanks for joining me for another video. Very short one this time, just looking at a record that I actually got as a present over the Christmas period. It's this fairly new Genesis release, New York by the Pound. So it's a double album on the Parachute label, and it's actually in two volumes, so that's volume 1 and volume 2. Now I've talked about this label in the past, and the Yes Boston 74 one they did in the same kind of format, two doubles. Really nice recording, nice to have on vinyl, but ridiculous mistake on the photograph on the sleeve. So for this they've just used a Photoshop from, I think that's 72, publicity photo. They don't put anything on the back other than the tracks, and on the inside is a nice shot of Gabriel from the period. Now both these records are the sleeves are identical, including the blurb. The only difference being the track listing, which is on the back and on the inner. So it's the usual thing of from a live FM broadcast recorded at Felt Forum, New York City, 22nd of November 1972. So it says that in black and white. It also says higher up, the performance was recorded for live FM radio broadcast and is featured in its entirety on this double LP set. So it's great, isn't it, to get a complete radio broadcast show of a 73 concert in great quality. Now it is the same as this. So it's the same recording, same source tape. This is 1978 Cornyphone Records bootleg double album. It contains the whole, as far as I can see, the whole of the the whole of the recording. It does miss quote one of the tracks. Instead of Firth the Fifth, they put Can Utility in the Coastliners, and apart from being in a slightly convoluted order, I think it's all there. So this was a famous audience recording, really good audience recording from a relatively small theatre in New York, and it's exactly what this is. So if you bought this thinking you're getting a radio broadcast, you're not. You're getting a very nice audience recording. Somebody sat in the audience, the microphone pointed in at the stage, and that's what this is. Now I've compared the quality between the two, and having never played this before, just had a sneak listen to compare. The new one is certainly got more warmth, more depth, and a bit more bass, and it's clean. There's a few crackles on the bootleg. They're not scratches on the record, just from the pressing, but they're very minor. So at the end of the day, it's nice to have, but they filled it out with some BBC studio tracks, which is Musical Box, Return of the Giant Hogweed and Fountain of Salmacis, which we've all had multiple times. This remains a treasured, cherished item. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful thing. This is just money making exercise, but I suppose nice to have if you haven't got the if you haven't got the bootleg, and certainly you want it slightly warmer and a little bit more care taken on the pressings, then you'll get those far cheaper than you would try to find that original bootleg. I think the Felt Forum Tackrell is now £100 plus, certainly in good condition. And these are 28 each, so £56 buys you the two. So yeah, I just thought I'd spout off again about what they're saying and claiming these things are. We continue to scratch our heads literally as to how these things can be done. Not a radio broadcast, so if they were trying to get around the legalities of it by saying that it was, then it isn't. So there doesn't seem to be anybody there who bothers checking these things. I don't begrudge them doing it, because at some stage there's going to be something coming out which I haven't got in another form or in its original form. But there you go. It's just a bootleg label at the end of the day. That's what it is. Whatever it purports to be, it's a bootleg label. One final thing on Genesis. I had a right old moan about that Selling England live album on Stylus Groove. Well, they continue to bring out new titles all the time. Been inundated with inundated, I think I meant inundated, by emails of new titles, but they're now bringing the Foxtrot tracks from the Montreal broadcast out as a separate single album. So similar generic style of sleeve, although a different image on the sleeve, but it's pretty naff looking thing, AI generated, but still got the old logo, and as I say, it's the Foxtrot tracks from the broadcast, so they're calling it, I think, Foxtrot Live or something like that, and again in splatter vinyl. So if I was still collecting and I was desperate to get sort of these as a sort of pair, then I might be bothered, I might be interested to do it. But I've got the Montreal Swinging Pig box set, so I've got the music, got the recording, and certainly I was so disappointed with the splatter and the fact that they still haven't come back to me. They've asked me for feedback, but if they give you a line of communication, then they should be monitoring that and responding, in my view. So until they do, then I will resist any further purchases from that label. Just a personal thing. So that's it for now. We're going to move on with the S stuff next, and thanks for watching.